I made a really huge error in judgment, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this situation, about what happened with Zombie Unicorn. Now, I did a little bit of investigating and digging into this character of Zombie Unicorn, who is known as Natalia, who's a very nice person. From what I understand, a lot of people loved her, love her streaming content, love her her YouTube content as well. By the looks of it, you know, I looked at this whole situation because, as you might as well know, you may know that Sugar Pine made a collaboration back in the days with her. Now, there was one video that I thought it was kind of hilarious. Now,
what are we doing?
Now, they're basically friends. I know this for a fact. Now, you can see in this video. Now, Sugar Pine 7, as you can see.
Super Fun Packs Time, sponsored by CraftNode, your source for custom gaming servers. And I am
the hero that nobody wanted, or perhaps the villain that everyone wanted to meet.
The butt-touching bandit. Here we have a kid butt and a jobless gamer butt. Log.zip butt, here we come. The Mud Kipper. Here's a gold glove and a 2MC's governed squared alley. Many butts over here. This is a good catch. We have a little bit of BAM Lounge and also the SGC Barbie guy. Something about Ken. I don't know. Mattel. Let's go. Gotta seek out the butts. You have to find them. They are everywhere. You don't even know where you'll find one next. La Renee. Aurelian. Oh my goodness, I see a Bruce butt. Oh ho ho ho. Jerome butt.
Yeah, so I kind of looked at her content. It's mostly just funny content. I know that some of her streams are funny, as you might as well know, but at the same time, there has been a lot of talk about her in the situation with Bully Hunters promoting this whole thing for to promote a headset, a commemorative limited time headset for Bully Hunters, to promote harassment and awareness in gaming, and this is something that they've been trying to do. And I'm not trying to, you know, put her down or anything like that, but this was back in 2014 when she went to PAX East, and a lot of people talked about this a lot. I kind of had to show this video because these were the two videos, for example, that kind of surprised me. Now, a lot of people talked about this video, especially when she collaborated with Super Pine 7.
Whoa!
Well, hi there.
What are you supposed to be? Some sort of wood nymph?
No, that's stupid. No, I'm a wood nympho.
Uh-oh. Sorry about
What?
that, ladies and gentlemen.
You
Hold on.
know, an ethereal spirit.
Well, let's put it this way. She's been known to do skits that were funny with Super Pine 7. And it's kind of sad that the stuff that she has done to collaborate with a lot of these things back in 2004. In 4 years now, she's in deep shit. And it's kind of sad that she kind of got influenced by the situation. Now, a lot of people pointed out on Twitter, especially with the Bully Hunters hashtag, I didn't know what the hell this was all about. And a lot of people talked to me about this issue because I wanted to point out the issue about Bully Hunters. This was the... Okay, you actually are fucking more... It's a reality TV... It's reality TV, no vag, no throne. You really are a fucking insensitive cunt. Bye, bitch. Holy shit. It's like she kind of turned really upset. And this is the type of behavior that represents you as a person. Now, a lot of people talked about the Bully Hunters situation because the person representing it doesn't look good for her. Because a lot of people digged up shit that from the past had a grudge with her. Now, the so-called experts that appeared in the live streams, especially Kevin Layham, clinical gamer counselor. Okay, here we go. Kevin Layham worked with Koval Diabetes Center since the summer of 2007. Assistant Executive Director of Finance, Events, Planning, Website Management, Office Organization throughout his undergraduate career at the University of Chicago. Kevin graduated in 2011 in majoring psychology and minor statistics. Now, keep that in mind, minor statistics. His academic workforce focuses on psychological decision making, which applies to those living with diabetes. Yeah, diabetes. yeah, that's the so-called expert here. And this appeared in the live stream. Now, this was something that kind of bothered me about this whole thing. Now, it looks like the entire Bully Hunter scenario may have been staged, one account playing all the roles. If gamers are so toxic, why did they have to fake it? And I have to agree with it. I really wonder why Bully Hunters... This is from Mark Kern. Now, this is what she said to a lot of people. I'm sorry, whoever you are, laughing out loud, never heard of you, your channel, but you sound like a massive cunt, so you probably well deserved. Don't at me again, idiot. You actually are... And this is the type of toxic behavior that Natalie Casanova, aka Zombie Unicorn, did to people on Twitter. And a lot of people are surprised by this situation because this simply put a bad light in her face in the situation. Now you can see right here, I'm never supposed to be taken as it happening live. Now, she kind of confessed that this was all scripted. This is all live. Now, Natalie, now you can see right here, this was all scripted and true. She had to be honest about it, as you can see right here, that this was all a script that they did in order to influence people. And at least Natalie admits that she kind of had to point out that this was literally referred to as a live event. Now, you have to understand that this was all filmed and scripted from the live stream that she did. And she was trying to be brutally honest and comes out of it. I seem to have immense misogyny. Again, I better get... No mention there of no requirements of evidence. Some was even bullied in the first place. Bully Hunters literally takes the burden of proof out of the equation and casts the guilty verdict without review. This is very definition of a witch hunt. Now, this is what people are saying about this. This is their criticisms. And I'm not going to... I know that some people are shit posting. Don't take them seriously. Just focus on what has to be said, because I can even dissect this shit on a hashtag better than most motherfuckers ever do. And the thing is, you have to understand that this was a marketing scheme. Modern marketing requires a new model. Now, this was by FBCB Chicago, who helped at this too. Now you can see right here, enlisting the talent as part of a passion project for harassment of video game world. FBC Chicago and its St. Louis-based sister agency New Honor Society are partnering with SteelSeries and esports professional gaming group to launch a movement. The Bully Hunters also have support of the National Coalition of Women and Diverse Gaming Coalition. Now, keep in mind, this is the organization that is doing this. Now, who founded this? I don't know. The history. After struggling with intense bullying in school, online, Abby Sager, the founder of Diverse Gaming. Now, Abby Sager. Now let's look up at Abby Sager. Left high school in hopes to finding Solace. Sager decided to turn her struggle into something that can help others. In 2016, Sager founded the Diverse Gaming Coalition to change the way we talk about bullying. Now, founder, let's see here. Let's look at Abby Sager, the person in question. Now, this is Abby Sager. This is Abigail, or what? I can't really pronounce her name. This is the person that founded this. A lot of people follow her. High school dropout. Oh, I'm 18. Go figures. Now, that's her life story. I'm a high school dropout. This is the sad story of a person who basically dropped out of school and became an advocate against bullying. Now, looking at the story of what happened, this was a sad story. Now, you can see here that this is what's going on. Now, I'm not against this whole thing. Now, Twitch is playing female streamers who are just starting out. Now, the thing is, looking at this whole situation, it sort of escalated into something that you can see right here. Now, this organization is trying to promote awareness about online harassment and bullying in video games. And the thing about this is that what bothers me about this is that the way they did this was an illegitimate marketing scheme. An illegitimate scam that people kind of called it out as bullshit. And the sad part is, it is true that Quick cute dog pics of bully hunters. I don't have it. I don't have to see all the awful stuff. It's been spammed to me. Last 24 hours. Bonus points for you. Add a message to support women in gaming. Yes. Now, the thing about this whole situation, I'm just gonna be nice about this, and the thing is, people were shit posting on this. It's sort of hilarious. As you can see, you know, Zombie Unicorn, you know, she's a very nice person, but I kind of felt bad for the whole bully hunters thing because it sort of turned into a shit storm. And I'm laughing at it because it was all scripted. It didn't feel legitimate. This was what they were trying to do, trying to sell people on an idea about anti-bullying. And a lot of people wanted to get the statistics, wanted information, wanted to figure out what this was all about. And I'm a gamer girl, not a paid actor. Totally suffers from harassment, but I just showed my face worldwide. Do I sound too rehearsed? Yeah, this was pretty much. I bet the Chans will have her on IBM profile available tomorrow. Well, it turns out the Hank Tan is a actress, a theater actress, well known in the theater world. And the thing is, it turned into shit. The whole Bully Hunters stream turned into shit. Read my tag, Mav. As much more than that, much worse than that. I said more info will be on the stream. All the assholes that latched onto that mental health research and other workers attacked me personally, attacked me and my character, and all besides which I said watch the stream. Please don't make me repeat the message again. This turned into a really big shit show. And I'm not going to try to, you know, say anything about this, but the thing is, it sort of turned into a shit show for Zombie Unicorn because she kind of said some really nasty stuff to people, and a lot of people had to bring up her past, especially the one where she kind of went off on Mr. Medicare, because I know Medicare kind of, you know, did this whole thing about her, brought up something. Your website also legally downloads Facebook identity information when searching for a hunter. You're pretty lucky nobody cares about that has caught on. Bully hunters actually, and this is from an anonymous user. I have some hilarious stuff from two of your bully hunters. One of them saying he or she is the head website developer. Racism, hate speech, literally saying words like all white males must be eradicated from the earth, etc. The first one literally called me friend, a stupid whore, a bitch, cunt, told her that she was bullied by girls like her in school, etc. I have all the screenshots. I have contacted several media sites that have posted about your service, as well as up on Twitter. You guys are a joke. Your website is legally downloading Facebook identity information when searching for a hunter. You're pretty lucky nobody cares about. Yeah, so they're pretty much trying to download information. This was all a scam to get information, identity information. So it pretty much tells you this was all a scam the whole time. Pretty much the whole video that people saw, it was all a scam to convince people that this was a legitimate business to promote harassment and awareness. This became something of a situation that kind of went into it. There's more there's your information that she did in fact say it, SteelSeries. You can't wait to hear the comment section. Okay, well, that's super shitty. Now, since SteelSeries is so anti-bullying when their stance on their own spokesperson for their Bully Hunter initiative calling people faggots in game, well, that's super shitty, but looks like super old. No one really an excuse, but people can unlearn shitty behavior like that. Well, they edited out was me being harassed and killed in game over and over about an hour by famous hacker griefer on YouTube. I was a good sport most of the way. My ex-boyfriend and I used to call each other the F word as a pet name, and I slipped it. I'm actually also bi. This was 5 years ago. She confirmed that she said faggot. Okay. Yeah, there was a video where she kind of did say faggot to somebody. Let's...
Such faggots.
Oh, you died again?
Yep.
This was her ex-boyfriend from
I don't even know.
Superfine.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to do. It makes me not want to play. We want to play Battlefield? You want to play something else? Because these faggots are just going to chase me around.
That's what she said 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Faggots. Okay. The fact that this became a bigger problem. Now, all the data and science. Okay, this is another screenshot. I figured it seems to come from projections of online surveys from 2012 and 874 to exploitative to every council owning women in the U.S. right above the large ad of SteelSeries. This is awful data science. Taking advantage of the mental health for profit. And this is something that this is a person who researches. This is a person, Pentium Paragram. Now, this person claims she is a mental health researcher. I don't know if that's true or not, but this is kind of why people are pointing out that the bully hunters, or basically, you know, who the usernames are basically trying to put out there. Now, do I think it's okay? No, not really. Don't really care. A lot of people hate it. Now, there's a lot of things going on that a lot of people pointed out about the bully hunters thing. Name the bully. Blah, blah, blah. Now, this is something that kind of bothered me about this whole thing. And the thing is, this felt all scripted. This felt all kind of a big surprise right here. Because the situation with the whole bully hunters thing, it kind of got into a mess of things. And a lot of people are surprised by this because she used to be a really interesting... Now, Natalie, aka Zombie Unicorn, is a very popular streamer. A lot of people liked her. She was... I'm surprised that I don't even know if they let her go on at Maker Studios, but the situation with her is right now is a lot of people are calling her out for her bullshit. A lot of people are calling this bullshit out because this was pretty bad. Exploiting mental health for profit. A lot of people didn't like what they did with this situation, and how Natalie handled it was kind of bad. To be honest with you, there's a lot of people, and I was like looking at the some sources. I was looking at Reddit, as you might as well know. There was a lot of people kind of were surprised by what happened. Especially there was a source that I read from Bully Hunters, because this was crazy. Now, a lot of people have been talking about this. Now, I had to see what it was that they were talking about. especially the stuff that made her look bad. Now, a lot of people have talked about this before. Now, because I had to point this out. Now, there was a lot of threads about her, especially about this one. Okay, I'm okay with women who use their body for views, but there's a thing I do though. And some stupid cunt pretending to be real and just slut-shaming me for having nicer tits than her isn't going to change the fact I'm just clearly just jealous I don't have to use sex to pay my bills. Reacts to criticism and rage and shame and humiliation. Takes advantage of other people to achieve his or her goals. Now, the symptoms of narcissistic personality may be reacts to criticism and rage and shame of humiliation, takes advantage of other people to achieve his or her goals. Yep, that's pretty much what's going on here. Exaggerating achievements and talents, preoccupied, yeah, this is what's going on. Preoccupied with fantasies of success, power, beauty, intelligence, or ideal love, has unreasonable expectations of favorable treatment, need consent, attention, and admiration, disregarding feelings of others, and have little ability to feel empathy, has obsession with self-interest, pursues mainly selfish goals. This is what they're trying to point out here. Now, the part about her I'm going to go ahead and show you is sort of there's a stream highlight. Let me look here because there's some stream highlights that people need to see about her that they pointed out about her in.
Hey guys, it's Zombie and this is Super for custom gaming servers, and I am.
Let me see if I could find it. Because there's like Twitch highlight streams that she did. And let's see if I could find it here. Zombie Unicorn. Yeah, here it is.
Welcome here too, and they can say all the nasty things to me that they want because it doesn't affect me, and I'd rather them come here and say that to me, someone who can take it, than go to another streamer that maybe can't take it, or you know, say to somebody hurt themselves, you know, say it to somebody else hurt them that can't handle it. But I personally can handle it, so thanks, Squiggly. I know, it's just, you know, people love to hate, you know, but I don't mind. You saw Claire doing her, like, hanging out in Hollywood. I saw she was actually down the street from here when she filmed that. That's hilarious. I was like, I know that area. That's where I go get my nails done all the time. What was I gonna say? Max had his intro with this hairspray, and the fucking artist, or the hair artist, whatever. Thanks, Cutlass. I love those hearts. Whose emotes are those again? That's right. I love those little...
Yeah.
Standing desk time, bitch! Let's fucking go! Ah. Nice Spice Girls impression, right? I fucking did it, you guys. Wiggly. I know, it's just...
So, what happened to her? The thing that bothered me about this is that she was a very popular person, and now this happened. This whole situation with bully hunters, you know, she can handle the fact that that people would say terrible comments to her, but the thing is, you know, what bothered me about this situation was what she has said. Now, I guess she was under pressure, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that she was being paid to do this. Mind you, being paid to do this. And the fact that she was under contract just to shill a big thing, that's what happened. Now, she was helping companies like Vertigear and SteelSeries with their stuff. Now, you can see right here, they are trying to promote their headphones. They're very expensive equipment. Now, keep in mind, Bully Hunters is basically a marketing scheme. Even though Diverse Gaming Coalition has good intentions, they were basically following the marketing scheme, and it sort of turned into shit. It was a big failure, a big problem, and it felt artificial. Especially the live stream that they try to promote their stuff. A lot of people talked about this issue, especially her, and you can tell by what she has said right here. Back in 2017, you know, she used her body to pay bills. I don't have to use sex to pay my bills. And it clearly shows it, especially the stream highlights, you know. And the thing is about this whole thing, it surprised me a lot about the situation, about what happened many years ago. Now, a lot of people brought up her past. A lot of people, you know, brought up criticisms about this. And I understand that some of you people out there are kind of upset that she's being harassed. But I'm just going to point out something right now. And I'm going to be nice about this, because this is something that I have to address. The fact that why is she well liked? Why is she unaware of what she was doing? She was getting paid. This is the thing. This was the problem. Her streams are barely paying the bills like they used to. Now, live streams like this cost money. You have to realize this, especially living in California and all this other shit. It costs money. Now, a lot of you may not realize this, but this is what's going on. And a lot of you guys need to understand that there is a lot of people out there that wanted to point out this issue about this whole situation with Zombie Unicorn, especially her behavior and how she reacted to people, you know, asking questions about this. Because a lot of people felt that the Bully Hunters was a scam, and it sort of did become one, because they're downloading information when you request for help. They're asking, and this is the thing that bothers me about this whole thing, about the Bully Hunters thing. It sort of doesn't make any sense here, because it doesn't make any sense at all, because a lot of people realize that this is all a big scam, a big marketing scam to basically go after vulnerable women online. And it sort of is. And I'm not trying to, and this is what I think it is. Vulnerable people who are being victimized. This is something that I kind of felt that they should have never done. But unfortunately, they did this because they wanted to make money off of this. They wanted to also take control of something. They wanted power. This is some things that I agreed with when I discussed it with Nurgle and his associates and everybody else. We talked about this, and we realized that Bully Hunters is a big scam. It is a big scam, nothing more. And be aware, this was it's sort of scary, it's sort of sad that this happened. Now, mind you, what happened to Natalie, it really, really ruined her career as a streamer who is from what I heard, is a very funny person, very nice person, and it's sad that she went into this whole thing in order to, you know, make money. Because she signed a contract, she rehearsed her role to doing this, and what happened? All hell broke loose when people found out what it was. Now, this is something that I'm going to go ahead and say. It's a big surprise that this happened. Because I realized that this whole situation with Natalie Casanova kind of really affected her business-wise, because I understand that she was trying to promote something and realized that this was all a big scam. And I'm sorry, Natalie, this was a big scam, and a lot of money was thrown in this thing, but I feel that this whole thing was a big scam. Per se, a lot of people feel that this was a big scam to basically help whatchamacallit, to help make awareness of harassment and all this sort of stuff when there's no evidence to prove it. And the problem here is that, you know, this whole thing felt staged. The whole live stream event was staged. It wasn't really a good thing. If they actually had people that did this would have been interesting. But seeing how this was a big mess of things, I realized, well, what's the point in this? This is ridiculous. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. It is interesting enough that this would have been fine if they talked about the issues that they felt about online gaming. But it turned into a big shit show of bad acting and bad marketing. And a bad marketing strategy indeed, considering that Natalie admits that this was all staged, this was all an act. It's a part of her job that she was doing, because she was an influencer and a promoter. She basically became a shill for this whole thing. A lot of people really liked her in live streams. It's a shame that this happened to her as a person. Now, please understand, I guess, you know, considering what happened to her, I guess the whole organizations were paying her to do this in hopes to promote, you know, awareness of harassment and all this other stuff. But this kind of stuff kind of didn't feel legitimate. It felt really bad. Now, I'm not going to try to, you know, shit on everybody or Zombie on this, because it's sad that this happened, because this was not legitimate. It felt artificial, and it wasn't really a good idea to promote, because the way you guys marketed it, it sort of wasn't realistic. It was all staged, and it felt like you guys were trying to, you know, con people, especially trying to download information from their Google profile and Facebook profile and all this other shit. This kind of stuff kind of is scary as fuck. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go. Leave your thoughts down below. I gotta go. This is how I feel about Natalie on this whole situation. I understand that she was being paid to do this. I understand that she kind of went out and confessed on Twitter that she admitted that this was all she was being paid to influence people online on this whole thing to raise awareness. And I can't really say much about this other than the fact that this was all a big marketing scam. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Natalie. This was a big marketing scam. And I think this was truly a bad idea to get into. Anyways, I gotta go. Leave your thoughts down below. This is just the live stream I'm just pointing out. Now, catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Good night.